Hey guys, it's Curtis from Magical Menagerie, and I'm here doing the October free reading video from 2015, and also the March free reading video from this year. So, if you guys have followed us for a while, you know that I was trying to get into free reading videos and teaching and all kinds of stuff like that about this time last year, in July last year, and I started and got a little roll going for a little while, and then we moved. And after we moved in September from South Carolina to Atlanta in Georgia. And so we were having a really crazy transition in time with that, and we actually moved in a roommate with us, trying to help somebody out who wanted to move with us. And that did not end up working out very well. But, to say the least, in October I tried to make a video and get back to like somewhat of a normal pattern of life, and I think it was just too soon and it did not happen. So, basically, with dealing with moving, our roommate, that was a lot. Then we got in a car wreck in December, which totally threw everything off. So after we got through the majority of the problems that we were having and things and troubleshooting and trying to run our business and trying to help our roommate through all his sort of life issues and just be as present as possible, we really watched ourselves start to have a really, really hard time, and free reading videos just weren't happening. So whenever we came to be about March, in the middle of March I came to do another video, and I was just like really ready to get it done and like really ready to get back to making videos and teaching, which is what we have been trying to do, the whole reason that we tried to move for. And that didn't happen in March, because in March, at the end of March when I was planning to do the video, my roommate got into a car accident, wrecked his car on April Fool's Day, the night of the last day of March. So after that point, I just said, alright, until we get all these other things set out, I'm not going to pledge myself to do anything. And finally we have come to a place in July where I can sit down and do this video for you. So in short, the answer to the most recent question that was asked on these lists and posts that have been up since October, was why is it taking so long? And so if you followed us, thank you guys for all your prayers and support through this process. It's been a long time since we've been able to, or I've been able to sit down and actually do free readings and do the things that I've been wanting to do for so long. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm going to get to this long list of questions for October and March. Alright, the first question is coming from Mary Fink, and she was asking about if her husband should change jobs and if he should switch careers and his career path or anything like that. What Spirit said for you was that the best thing for him is to probably stay in the realm of what he's doing, and maybe go into some type of management or some type of more corporate position, or position where he'd be teaching and leading people, if he was looking to do that, or just doing the same job. This may be somewhere else. It seems like he is fairly grounded in what he does, and that he can get a job fairly easily. One thing they did say was that your transition might be a little bit difficult with balancing the emotions of the issue and the just wanting to get it done. So they said for that transitional period in your time, which I mean, since this video I'm sure you might have seen, but whether you're looking back or still going through it, during that transitional time they were saying to be very specific about having very few goals and setting your eyes on those goals and just going for them. So that should help you, and they said the main focuses would be on getting that career or getting a new source of employment if that's what you decided to do, and then also just focusing on your family unit and your relationships with one another on the side. So two separate things, very specific things, and everything else just can go to the side for a while, because of that, all that will just come together with this focus on two things. Thank you for your question, Mary, and I hope that helps you guys, and I hope everything's going well with that situation. Moving on to Alicia Tang, she said, what do I need to know from her guides? The biggest piece of advice was that they wanted you to watch out for any teachers or people in your life who have very strict views of the world and who set really, really high standards. They said that high standards is something that might be really harsh for you to understand on yourself, or in terms of yourself. And so if you set the bar too high for yourself, or you're too relentless, you're going to burn yourself out. So they were really worried about you causing yourself more pain than necessary, and they said to make sure that you are embracing, you know, the logic behind what people are telling you or people you look up to and the advice they're giving to you, but also to make sure that you take it and then apply it to you and the constructs of how you take care of yourself emotionally. So make sure that you draw a boundary with within yourself of a comparison to other people, and make sure that your standards for you are comfortable. And that was their advice for you, Alicia, and I hope that helps you. And thank you for your question. Moving on to Carrie Kelly's question. What message do my guides have for me? And thank you so much. You're welcome. And I'm sorry this took so long to do. You got a lot of really cool encouragement, Carrie, and I actually really liked it, and it kind of makes me really proud. So they said that right now you're moving into a youthful and hopeful outlook, and that you're going to be more fascinated with matters of the mind. And basically in the context of what's been going on spiritually lately, which I'm going to do a video about in very shortly, everything that's been going on really spiritually is a lot of introspection and a lot of people having, you know, delving really deep and trying to figure themselves out, sort of, and make some really tough calls and tough decisions and get into those points of growth. And a lot of people are beginning to like want answers and try to understand this like sort of mental, emotional, and introspective torment we've been putting ourselves through. But because of your youthful and like hopeful outlook that you just kind of maintained, you know, through everything, that's something that you're very strong with. So they've encouraged you to see things as a new beginnings, and to help other people find their new beginnings, as you do. They said you're encouraged to continue your own process of learning, and that when you're looking for the truth in the situation, you should rely on your brain power and intuition to help guide you to the correct answer for other people if you're looking to help them. Right now in your life, sharing feelings is important, and looking out and hiding your intent is important. So it's okay for you to share your feelings, but if you know you're sharing your feelings to get someone to be open, you know, you don't necessarily have to say that. You know, being open with people is going to help them. So sharing of yourself will help people share with you, and then you can do your little things to help them out. And they don't necessarily need to know that you're trying to help. So that was one way to approach helping others. And then openness and honesty is going to be getting you what you want right now. They were also advising you to, if you're going through your own cycle of introspection, they're saying to come out of that and to start seeing your wisdom as a gift. Your wisdom is a gift you give yourself. So allowing your wisdom to be shared is a way you can honor yourself, your guides, and your path. And yes, so you're also, they said that a mentor will be entering your life soon. So you're probably going to find someone very like-minded to you to kind of like buddy up with very soon, which sounds awesome. So let me know if that happens, and I'd like to hear who it is and what they mentor you at. That sounds awesome. But I hope you enjoy that message, Carrie, and because that was quite a lot. But and I'm sorry I have to go so fast. There's I'm catching up a lot of questions. But I hope you're doing well, and thank you for your question. The next question is from Dana Stevens, and she asked for any important changes or any important messages that you needed to hear. The cards I pulled for you were a little intense. They were Death, the Two of Pentacles, and the Universe, which in my deck is the Universe, but it's the World, reversed. And these cards together are basically saying that at this point in time, it is time to set aside this part of your life and just have a new part of your life. And the time for transition you've probably already really been through, and you've probably really been through like a very tumultuous time that just bordered on like either you're drowning in emotions or you're, you know, just like painfully hitting yourself over the head for like missing points and feeling like you just missed details. So moving forward, they're saying that to like really look at your blessings and to give generously of your time and resources and start making room for the things that you want to do and allowing yourself to do that, because more of those things will come to you and are going to come to you as you give of your time and resources to other people. And that just means basically encouraging and giving energy to others and going out and doing, you know, group-oriented or community-oriented things, and really just putting aside any kind of worry that you have about, you know, your home life or stability or anything like that, or anything that you've been going through. Kind of just put it down and understand that the lessons from anything that you have been going through is going to be needed elsewhere, and you'll know when to apply it when you go out and start doing. So that was our message to you. Don't worry about like adapting, so to speak. Just snap into something else. So the adaptation, the lessons that you learned will just kind of be like reflexes, and that's the best way that I can put it for you. So I hope that's helpful for you, Dana, and love and light to you, and thank you for your question. Next question is from Ivana AO, and she says, was asking why she felt hated by her surroundings and people lately. This question, I feel like a lot of people fall into this kind of mentality and this mindset, and especially from the time that this question was specifically asked, is a very good point to touch on. For you, they were saying that ideas and energy are being blocked just by, at the time, your personal inner struggles, and you're seeing them outwardly. And sometimes if you're having, even if you just have something in your subconscious that's eating at you, you can go through your daily life and start to notice certain things. And they were trying to point out that the things that you were noticing were speaking to something that you need healing for. They specifically referenced that refusing the loss of control in your life is not allowing that energy to come through, and that you should be willing to risk it all to get what you want. It sounds, again, like a really intense kind of message, but what they're saying is that, let go of the tiny details and just start, just start going for what you want, and don't concern yourself with worthiness or anything like that. The biggest message for you, Ivana, was that power and ability needs you as much as you need it, and wish alone will change nothing. So if that applies to you, what that's saying is that if you're having self-doubt, or you're feeling like negatively towards yourself, and you're feeling like the judgment from your environment for that, you have to remember that without you, there's no gift. So if you are feeling like you're gifted, or you have something to give, and you're wondering if you're worthy of doing that, well, the gift doesn't exist unless you give it. So no one is ever going to know or have that experience or be able to judge that until you show up with it. So basically it's saying that you should step into the role you want to be in and just go with it. And again, it's a really interesting concept to think that power and ability needs you, because without you there is no vessel for it to manifest. So that is a good point and something maybe to meditate on, and I hope that helps you, Ivana, and I hope you feel better too. But love and light, and thank you for your question. The next question is from Hekare, and I hope I say that right because I'm not sure how to say it. But they asked, will my dreams of psychic mediumship come to fruition? The answer is yes. Honestly, I feel like you're headed in the right direction. The points that they had for you was that you do need a period of purging, like emotional, mental, physical purging, just to clear everything out. Especially in regards to mental abilities and thoughts and emotions, was very important. In that you need to be working in a path that's helping you to connect to your spirit and seeing your spirit as an entity beside you that you converse with and speak with, and sort of personifying that higher knowledge that you want to bring forward. So that'll help you a lot in your process as well. And then they said that one thing that's holding you back is that you're avoiding a sudden release of energy, and you're avoiding this transformation. You want it to be slow, but it's got to be really quick. It's got to be rip off the band-aid and open your abilities up, just let it all out. Have like just a purging time, go do some yoga, like, you know, work on, you know, some kind of fast or something, you know, not like don't starve yourself, but, you know, do some spiritual diet. Go look for one that fits you. There's lots and lots and lots of them out there, but go pick something that's going to help you, you know, cleanse your organs, cleanse your energy, you know, go find rituals and things that are going to be fulfilling to you, you know, go take walks in nature, anything that's going to help you feel really simple and really pure. And that will help you. And as far as a ritual for sudden release of energy, any ritual that is calling for cleansing or moving negative energy from the body is a great one to do for you. Also, they were going to give you an affirmation that, or validation that quick transformation and change is possible for you, and that moving into this, you're going to have to question a lot of your spiritual foundations and really just let a lot of your belief systems and your foundations present themselves to you throughout the process. So work on cleaning your slate and allowing those pieces to fall into place as you move along. But yes, I do think after, you know, literally just a little bit of energy cleansing and, you know, honestly some meditation and energy raising for yourself, you'll probably see a lot of results very quickly. And just practice mediumship, practice reading, and you'll be on a roll pretty soon. And thank you for your question, and love and light to you. Next question is from Nina Tremblay, and she asks if there's any messages for her. A message from Spirit for you is really an encouragement, and it's saying that you're working towards finding a new position in your life and coming to the end of a phase of learning, to where in your career you'll start to put a lot of your goals and aspirations into manifestation. They said that you should find confidence in your job and you'll be able to maintain your personal identity, which is really important to you. And that you'll, now as you're moving forward, you should set an intention to be a catalyst and creative visionary, just by sharing like your feelings and your opinions about things, and that you need passion and fearlessness, should be like your MO. So, let's see what else. Oh, they said also to just ignore problems and avoid looking to problems that don't exist, and just like put your fears aside, because you are capable and you have all the tools that you need to be successful. So that was your message from your guys for you, and it's like a really hopeful one, and I'm very excited to see how that pans out for you, and definitely encourage you to be that creative spark. But thank you for your question, Nina. And the next question is from Amber Langdon. What messages are there for her? Also, another breakthrough, which I feel like I'm everybody a breakthrough. That's really what the card said. So, for you, also similar messages that you have perfected physical work and you're moving into more spiritual work, incorporating spirituality more into what you do, or as a motivation for what you do. And they asked you to, the most important message for you was to take time out of your week, out of your life, to celebrate and share what you've created around you. So that means like getting together with your family and just like having a celebration for, you know, what you've created, and set your intentions and use your spiritual path to launch you to like a new phase of growth. And again, the message of expressing yourself in your career. But I hope that's helpful to you, and congratulations, and I'm excited, and make sure you celebrate, because you should. And thank you for your question, Amber. The next question is from Akiba Michaels, who has actually been talking to us and been very supportive to us, along with everybody else on this list. But Akiba especially went through a move and a transition in her life, like at the same time that we were going through one, has been very supportive of us, and I really, really appreciate all the time and concern and attention that she's given to us. And she asked this question sort of like at the beginning, I guess, of her transition. And now that we're further into it, like I guess probably a lot of those concerns have melted away, so what I'm going to say is probably really redundant, but, and she probably already knows. But basically things are way better and more in control for you where you're at, and that's like literally what the cards say. because I did pull cards for your cube, I promised. And you're basically, you have a lot more control, and you should take advantage of that like 9,000%. And also you'll definitely have more ability to accomplish work and get things done. And they also said to make sure that you are taking time for healing and letting go of threats in your life and focusing on the things that you can do positively for others, since you have this new phase of your life and this new freedom. Definitely letting go of the threats was something that was very important, and just like setting aside because you're safe and it's time to relax and be happy and enjoy your life. And so I'm really happy for you guys, and you and Robin, and I'm really excited for your transition, and I hope everything is going well for you. And love and light to you guys, and congrats on your move. The next question is from Elaine Ham, and she asked for messages from her guides. They said that you might be in a phase of self-oppression, and they wanted you to take some time to weigh the past burdens, any past burdens you have, and to kind of set them aside and make sure that you don't use them to make quick conclusions or have bias towards, you know, things that you're facing currently. And also they were saying that you might, like, when they're saying self-oppression, they believe that you might be a little too lenient in allowing yourself to bend to other people's will, or to you know, go along with process that you might not like really feel okay with it. So they're saying, you know, take some time to step back and draw some boundaries and feel, you know, and let yourself have more control of what you put your time and energy into. I think that you might be spinning your wheels, and they're saying to make sure that you're not wasting your time and energy, and because that's not what you need to do, and that you need to do what's necessary for your happiness and growth. Also, they encourage you to develop your perception to see through the contradictions and manipulations of others. These are some really intense cards, but they're trying to keep you from being going into a cycle of depression or being unsatisfied, especially with the energy that's pushing you in a different direction, you know. So make sure that you're creating a space for yourself to have your voice heard, and not putting yourself in a position where it's just going to be totally overlooked. They also said that hard times make you wiser, and that wisdom is an internal thing, not an external thing, so you're not going to see your validation through so much of confirmation from other people, but more from just your ability to just say, hey, I know I'm doing the right thing for me, and that's more valuable to you at this point in time. So I hope that helps you, and I definitely encourage you to make choices that like promote your happiness and your vision for yourself. But love and light to you, and I know your guys might be, sometimes guys are a little bit more concerned about things than they should be, so even if that just is something that's a little bit in your life, it might be a small something that's going to make a really, really big difference, or I don't think they would have put so much emphasis on it for you. But I hope that helps you, Elaine, and love and light to you. Next question is from Houston Hallman, and he asked if there's any messages for him. Hey Houston, I hope everything's going well on the coast of South Carolina. Again, like, this coming phase of life that we're moving into, and with everything going on astrologically, is a phase of like power and initiative, and that's what you're getting hardcore. And they're saying just like take your opportunities and ride them all the way. They're saying you tend to try to be very predictable and dependable, and it's time to just kind of be a little bit more spontaneous, and a little bit more, you know, not concern yourself because you want to be dependable for others or predictable for others, but, you know, so that you take time to like really just go explore and find things that you're really super passionate about. They're saying that confidence is important, and achieving what you're passionate about shouldn't be interrupted. So they're kind of telling you to take all those projects that you've been wanting to do and just like really put your time in and work on the things you've been wanting to work on. Also, you're encouraged really, really, really heavily to use group connections for your personal creative goals, as well as like collective group goals. That you're very, very good at organizing things and, you know, creating events. They said don't put anything ahead of, you know, your ideas and what you're wanting to do and create. Especially where, like, worrying about the materials or worrying about, like, time or worrying, you know, just anything that could be constraining. Just don't worry about it. Just set the intention that you're going to have what you need, and that community is really important to helping you find that, because I know that there's a lot of people around you that do support you and want you to have success. So if you're getting with those groups of people, make sure you guys are encouraging each other to do every single possible thing that you want to do and finding a way to make it happen, instead of questioning whether things are going to be available. Just make them happen. Let's see, what was it? Yes, and that is it for you, Houston. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you get to explore some things you've been wanting to get into for a long time in the next coming months. And good luck to you in that, and have fun, and thank you for your question. Next question is from Stephanie Smith, and she was asking about her mother's health, and there's any messages for her. I think your mother's health is something I do have information for you on, and then or that I am writing information for you on, and then messages for you were that you should really start to step into your natural healing abilities, and really start to use your practice to heal and help others, because you're extremely gifted with that. I do believe, after all the readings that I've done for you. So I really, really encourage you to start pursuing that in any way possible, and even, you know, sharing your healing, loving light with your mother. And if you think that you can do it and you think that you can help, honestly, I think that you can call a lot of very powerful energy to help there as well. But love and light to you, and I hope that your mom is getting better and feeling better, and that her health is improving. But love and light to you, Stephanie, and to your mom, and thank you for your question. Next question is from Kat Dupast, and she said, what avenue does my financial team think I should take for income generation? They're really wanting you to focus on your personal ebbs and flows and energy, and addressing fluctuating motivation. So whatever you're thinking about that you need money for might change a lot, and so it's kind of hard to manifest it when, you know, your mind is changing about, you know, why you need it or why you're calling it to you. So your motivation for it or your desire for it might fluctuate a lot. So it's saying make sure you set like really hardcore intentions, and maybe set like a specific time or place to do rituals where finances are concerned, because that will help to clarify things that you're trying, you know, to spirit that you're trying to manifest. And also, it will keep it fresh in your mind, like keep your own opinion fresh in your mind, and keep it from being interrupted by any kind of influence that's around you. So putting that practice into kind of like a regiment will help you a lot. Also, they're saying one thing this message was a little bit, it's not cloudy, but straight up it's lost due to cunning or trickery, and then this specifically relates to indecision. So my interpretation of that is, as I just said, that, you know, there are different influences around you making you change your ideas of what you want to manifest for yourself. So make sure that you look through your ethics and your goals and what you want to do, and don't really try to add anything extra or like question it after you've decided, because that's going to really stop you in your tracks. They also said you should move forward in this respect slowly and peacefully, and to be wary of daydreamers and idealists or wasting time forming relationships that are too good to be true. So how that applies to a financial situation is most likely in terms of spending your time or money on people that, you know, seem to be a good investment but really aren't, and that is a big thing for you. Make sure you keep towards people who have more moderate views as you're trying to build yourself up, because that will keep you from, being lost in a daydream and being like so excited and like, putting all your time and energy into something that might not come to fruition. So make sure you're looking to people who they're recommending people with moderate views to you at this time in your life. And then also, they're saying that you should stand firmly in control of your lives and dreams, and be wary of turning them into obsessions. And that sounds intense again, but what they're saying is don't allow yourself to be so overcome in what you want and what you're trying to manifest that it becomes a source of anxiety for you, and anxiety. So don't let those things become an obsession that turns into anxiety, because that's going to hold you back too. Just like very peacefully decide what you want and allow it to come forward for you. I hope that question helps you, Kat. And thank you for your question. Next question is from Sabrina, and she asked if there was anything that a divine message for her. So they said that great love and affection is coming in your future, the starting of and there's an indication of the start of a relationship very soon. And my camera just fell. That's not okay. And my camera just fell.
Grab your drink while you do it.
Oh, thank you.
It's really good.
Alright.
That was bizarre because it was right in the middle of that thing.
Man. I'm going to edit the shit out of this. I'm so mad. Alright, the next question is from Sabrina, and she said, is there anything that she wanted a message from the divine? And the message for you was about the start of a relationship, and that is in reference to like moving forward, and that great love and affection is in your future. They're saying that ties to your inner voice and intuition will start manifesting very soon as well for you, and that you're also headed towards, sort of this main theme about this like powerful spiritual awakening. But yeah, that is kind of where your energy is heading into, like, definitely like a more hopeful and exciting time. And with great love and affection, what kind of relationship is it? I'm not sure if it's a friend relationship or a romantic relationship, but definitely one that's going to last a long time and give you a lot of positive and happy and encouraging vibes. So I'm excited for that, and let me know how this person manifests in your life. I'd love to hear about it. And thank you for your question, Sabrina. Next question is from Alexandra Walker. Anything that the divine has to say to her, and is she heading in the right direction? You're encouraged to start looking inward to find connections, and your other encouragement was to allow yourself to get what you want. And so working that divine connection and really starting to trust that connection to help you develop and manifest what you're looking to manifest. That being said, I do think you're headed in the right direction, and getting further and further is just a matter of allowing yourself to do it and just putting in the time and effort, pretty much. But thank you for your question, Alexandra, and I hope that helps you. And moving on to the next question. Next question is from Kide Carr. I'm still not sure how to say this. Why is my baby nephew more attached to me than his own mother, and do we have a past life connection? And because she says she feels like she knows him. Carmen gave me an interesting point, and she said that she believes you do have a past life connection, and in this past life that you were the older sister of your nephew, or spiritually, so you are connected there. And messages. Oh, she also asked for messages from spirit guides, gods, goddesses. Messages there were to remember where you started, and where you're coming from, and make sure that your purpose isn't getting lost in other concerns or like daily concerns. Also, make sure that you're taking time to put your life and things in your life into your control, and not allowing small things to carry a larger weight than they should. And thank you for your question, Katie. Alright, the next question is from Serene Jonas. I hope I said that right. James? It's James.
I don't know.
No? I don't know. Our next question is from Serene. Are there any messages from my spirit companions I'm not getting? And are you on the right path spiritually? They're saying that daring and compassion, enthusiasm needs to come back to you, and they're asking you to focus on the balance, manifesting yourself as a person who has balanced energy and courage. And that's the biggest thing that your guides want from you is to be a very like bubbly, excited person. And then also they're saying that a change of residence may be necessary, and it was a suggestion. And also spontaneity in your path is important for you. Also, they're encouraging you to make sure you set aside times for periods for creation and self-reflection, and so that you can set that time aside and kind of step into your own personality and get to know yourself better, and really just take it time to separate yourself from all the things around you. So that time for reflection and creating, being creative and making that space for reflection is very, very important. And I hope that helps you, Serene, and thank you for your question. Next question is from Jose Alfredo Polanco, and he asks, what message do my guides have for me? They're saying that you should allow blessings to enter your life, and that whenever like you set in your mind that you are ready to receive like a lifelong partner, that'll come to you pretty quickly. I guess that in some ways you're probably ready for this relationship, and that whenever you start, I guess, setting more determinate goals and ideas for yourself and really like settle into who you want to be and how you want to be, that'll manifest for you very quickly. But thank you for your question, Jose. The next question is from Sharon Hughes, and she asks if there's anything from her guides or ancestors that they would like her to know. You're being asked to look after older family members at this time, and all that was really shown to me was like a family setting and a focus on older people. So as far as what that is indicating is, I guess, being family oriented and making sure that you're spending time with the older members of your family. Also, that's not an indication that you should do it like all your time to them, just like making sure you're checking in and things like that. And they're also asking you to take a stronger and more authoritative approach to any personal issues you may be having. And I hope that's helpful for you, or helpful to you, Sharon. And thank you for your question. Next question is from Mickey Vandeventer, and asks, will she be united with, or will they be united with their twin soul, Patty C, and why does she expect to do things when there's drama? Her to do things when there's drama going on. And do any of her ancestors have a message for her? I think you had messaged me that there was someone else that you were connected with, and that was I was kind of getting that you needed to take this whole everything into dump it and put it in like a whole new direction. And then also ancestral messages for you are that you need to make sure you're spending as much time to calm yourself and orient yourself within the past couple of months, but also within, moving forward, that you like really take some time and make a practice of calming yourself and orienting yourself and selecting, again, as I said for a couple other people, selecting some very, very specific things you want to focus on and lowering that focus, because especially with the relationship that you're trying to manifest, it's going to be a little bit difficult if you have a lot going on and a wide range of focuses. So it's very important that you condense your focus on a couple things and really, really set your mind to those specific things and work on those and see how that works for you. But thank you for your question, Mickey, and I hope that helps you. The next question was from Rachel Bever, and she asked a question about her specific spiritual practice and if a tarot spread that she'd been working with was helping her to speak to her guides, and she was asking if her spirits had any feedback on that, and then she said thank you and you're welcome. They were saying that in your spread that there needs to be a balance of action and emotion in judgment, and that the spread may be more harsh than it needs to be, or maybe like communicating the message like too harshly. But they like it, and I think they think it's productive, and they especially like that you're trying to communicate with them, and they were like really excited about it, that I could feel. But the balance of action and emotion was kind of saying, try to look at all aspects of you when you're asking a question. You know, how, like when I do tarot spreads, it's like, how does this affect me here? How will it affect this? How will it affect this? How will, you know, I need to adapt my emotions in this situation? Will this be more emotionally intense? Will this be more, you know, will it be more helpful to do things? You know, what's the toll of every action, every decision, and what kind of way, and including emotions and physical strain, relationship strain, you know, anything that you can perceive that could possibly be a burden should be considered in a tarot spread. But I think what they really were trying to say is that it was difficult for them to get across like their messages of excitement or their messages of like love for you with the tarot cards. And I think that's something that they wanted you to include in your reading, was like hello or welcome. So like a lot of times when I do my readings, before I start doing a tarot spread, I like ask my spirits to show me a card that represents like how they're feeling and how they see me at the current time. So a lot of times that card is the same for me, but I know if I'm doing really well, or like if I'm like having a really bad time in their eyes, based on how that card compares to what it usually is. And it usually stays between like the same 3 cards, or like some really crazy outliers that just happen if I'm not doing well. So that might be something fun to throw in, and I think that they would like that, because that would give them a chance to really connect to you emotionally more than just giving you a message. So that's also something to put into your practice as well. And that is the last question that I have gotten to I'm going to answer for this video. I know there was a couple people that were left out, and so I'll include your questions on the next one, and because some of them were a little outdated and or maybe too intense, and some of them I'm actually turning into like their own video. So if you have a question about like why your question didn't get answered, or if I missed you, because I might have missed you as well, because I copy and paste all the questions, so I might have missed a question. So if I did, just PM me and I'll just send you a quick write-up of that. I do apologize for taking so long to this video and for having to get through it so quickly, but from this point on, I will be doing free reading videos once a month and opening those videos on more channels, and also we're going to try to do like more free kind of like on the spot readings with like Periscope and stuff like that. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. And again, thank you guys so much for your love and support through everything that we have been going through, and for looking forward so much to this. I mean, it means a lot to me that you guys really look forward to these videos, and that's why I want to keep doing them. It has been really hard for me to not be able to do them, and to feel like I couldn't. And so that's something that I've really had to pull myself out of, or a place I've really had to pull myself out of, and like trying to really make sure I hold myself accountable for doing them. And that is my plan in the future, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and that it was helpful for you. If you have any questions, like always, you can PM me or email us, and I will do my best to get back to you guys. But love and light, and I hope that all this information is up to you guys.